When the world expired, we were forged in the fire. A shield made of muscle and grit, protecting the needy and fighting the greedy. We fought because we gave a shit, and we'll keep on a-fighting. Oh, there's wrongs to be righted.
Cracking down on folks harder than before the Dorseys attacked.
Nay, I'm the Arshals May.
They've been real assholes. I mean, they threw my...
Look, Martha, it's our friends who helped us save the shop. What can I do for you? We've got some discounts with you. Hardly a crossword between us. Been making clothes and adornments for the 100 families for 30 years. Of course, we sell to regular folks, too. Plenty of less expensive items in stock. Repurposed or restored garments, mostly.
You pardon, you told me you're so alone. Pardon.
Get your Colorado Patriot here, hot off the press.
Ew, Troy! Those old people are looking...
It's okay, Brandy. I get lost, you perv douchebags.
Wait a minute.
You're old, right? Can you get us some beers? Stupid Mary Milkteeth won't sell us any. Too young, she says. Yeah, later.
Hey, you're the Rangers! Well, first time we met, I didn't know you were in town. Heard all about you now. You bet. Extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs!
Either of you ever worry about taking hits to a pillar?
Hell yeah! I've always got a...
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor. Put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor, we've got big problems.
I like your style, Rangers. I asked for a favor and you came through for me. Of course, I'd have liked it better if you sent Isaac Reed and his traitor friends to me, rather than locking them up in Ranger HQ. Seems to me that if somebody commits a crime in Colorado Springs, they should face Colorado Springs justice. And I sure would appreciate it if you keep that in mind for the future. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, once you see how things work around here, you'll change your minds. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town and she wants to join up. Ain't that right?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and she'd be an asset to your organization.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town? Figures. That rat slinked into town about 5 years back, and the patriarch, God love him, offered him a place to set up shop. Been nothing but trouble ever since. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brago helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul. Take down Brago for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Kann ich mit Little Hope reden?
You ever hear those stories about, what are they called? Donuts? Fried dough covered in sugar?
And spring.
Thanks for talking to me, Rangers. And I'm grateful to Daisy for the introduction. I hope I can be of some... I thought there might be a bit of a job interview first, but if you're ready for me, I'm ready to start. Certainly. What do you want to know? No. And the people who do are usually sickos who get off on bossing around convicts and making them squirm, right? Well, I became a jailer after getting locked up myself when I was a kid and seeing the job done wrong. We expect the law to be fair, from arrest to trial to sentence. But too many people forget that incarceration, people in jail are there to learn from their mistakes. In a bad jail, all they learn is to mistrust the law and fear their fellow man. I want to make your jail a good jail where everyone is treated fairly, regardless of their crime. It's not there anymore. Scar collectors rolled through and took everybody they could catch for slaves. Then they burned the place to the ground. I led a caravan of survivors to Colorado Springs. I respect Daisy's determination to keep Colorado Springs safe, but I don't agree with her methods. Take the pillories, for example. The marshals shackle prisoners into them for the smallest of crimes and leave them exposed to the cold for hours. What does that accomplish? Other than cripple them and mark them as criminals for life. After that, how can they become good citizens? How are they to believe that the law is fair? It turns my stomach. Daisy tells me you've been tireless fighters for justice in Arizona, settling disputes, breaking up gangs and militias, putting down a plague of robots, and that you're here in Colorado for the... I hope she wasn't blowing smoke because she made you sound just like the sort of heroes I want to work... Thank you. I'll be looking forward to working with you.
Ja, die Ranger waren auch in Nevada zuständig, da waren sie noch in DC Washington zuständig, die waren in Arizona, an der Westküste, an der Ostküste. In Boston sind sie nur durchgewandert, in Maryland waren sie zuständig. Ja, die sind schon gerissene Hunde.
Hey, are you around here too?
Yeah, I was just finishing up training when the Dorseys came through. Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, they just yanked me off the street, a badge in my chest and a gun in my hand. They said I'd train the
Naja, die ganzen Vorteile, da werde ich erstmal zu den Fähigkeiten gehen. William muss nämlich automatische Waffen lernen. Hinterhältiger Scheiß. Ich kann das leider auch nicht. Nach Little Vegas nach Kartellnachtclub. Trotzdem, jetzt wo die Stadt nicht mehr abgeregelt ist, würde ich auch gerne. Ich würde gerne zurück ins Hauptquartier kurz.
Oh, someone please help my boy!
ja, der Steve schaut.
Team November, come in. Yeah, I got Ms. Wong, the manager at the Sands Lux Apartments, on the line. And this one might actually be...
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something up. Do you think I would have called you if the marshals had listened to me? They say I call too much. Goddamn lazy good-for-nothings. Come to the Sands Lux Apartments, now! That loony's liable to...
Sorry, November.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
Also mit den Funkgesprächen, das gab's ja schon im zweiten. Das ist jetzt eigentlich nichts Neues. Das ist nett gemacht eigentlich.
Here they got everything money can buy.
Garden of the Hotel Pimlico. Roger Mayhew was ringing.
Wollte ich nicht.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look.
No, nothing like that. Nothing sordid either.
There you go.
Oh man,
anything else? Sure thing. Let's have a look.
It's just that, you know me as Roger Mayhew, man of leisure. I'm also, at that moment, all the lights went out in the garden, and a harsh voice called out.
No need for alarm, ladies and gentlemen. We're only here for your valuables. And as we're all wearing infrared glasses, don't try to hide.
Before he could finish, there was a smack, like a mallet striking a side of beef. And then, the sounds of a terrible scuffle in the dark. The lights returned. An even dozen gangsters in red-lensed glasses strewn across the floor. A masked man standing in their middle, fists raised.
Roger, look! It's the Peregrine!
But Roger was nowhere to be seen.
There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Ja, da haben wir nicht so viel 27er und da muss ich mal shoppen gehen. Durch das Reparatur von kaputten Toast erhält man jetzt einen Toast. Was? Also erstmal werden wir...
Ever wonder how all those refugees are getting into Colorado? A pretty tight ship.
Wieder auf den Markt gehen. ...67er.
Extra, extra! Bloody shootout in Garden of the Gods! Rangers hailed as heroes!
So you gonna give us some boars or what? Holy shit. Can you be any more lame?
Just... ew.
Lame.
Hostages murdered by Dorsey thugs! Weston family confirmed dead!
Maybe I'll enjoy the marshals. You do like to rough people up.
Get drunk, sick.
Sure.
Hi, y'all! Name's Snapping.
Stupid!
Sorry, no admittance. Museum's closed.
Museum wird geschlossen.
Bet this is all Joe's fault.
Ja, wir können in den Club rein. Ja, ich will in den Club rein. Charlie knows definitely. Es ist kalt draußen, ne? Die Musik schon wieder, ne? Ich merke schon, die Musik ist auch wichtig. Hallo.
This is Daisy. Sounds like you're at the Little Vegas, judging by all that. Remember, your first order of business is to find Delgado. Maybe somebody in there has seen him. Sure, we'll all be millionaires. While you're at it, if you can prove that Brago made a deal with the Dorseys, feel free to take that bastard down.
Hope you hit the jackpot.
Please, enjoy your time in our elegant establishment.
Ah, ich liebe sowas. Das ist lustig, dass wir die alle durchlaufen.
What's your favorite song?
Gotta be Sex Dwarf. It bops so hard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Woo! This place rocks, right?
Present request, party humans. Enjoy party time.
These stairs lead to Mr. Brago's lounge. He said I should let you guys through. But don't even think about messing with that computer behind you. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble of any big trouble. If you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is, the furnace could catch, well, maybe if a fight broke out I would, but nobody would be stupid. You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you?
Ich gehe gleich darunter. Also, ich weiß noch ungefähr, wie Blickcheck geht.
Hey there. What do you need? Sorry, chums. Don't know anybody by that name. Can't help you. This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Plenty of sins of loose lips don't get you far in Mr. Brago's organization. So all the best vices Colorado has to offer.
Zigarren. Premium-Zigarren, wie kosten die? Wird geraucht, um 26 Minuten lang kritische Verhalten anschließend 60 Minuten lang trifft. Oh Gott. Bauchs. Die Charlie und dieser Mann berührt sind.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Knows. Farron Brago's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome. Ah, a tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine 2 round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of 2 buttes, Mr. Nose. Sounds like a story.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fallen, the terrible smell. All those and more. I have plenty to tell you, Red Hats. All you need. So what can Charlie do for you? El Gato? What? Oh! I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained. And that they don't wander into... I can? Did you mean, will you? Jokes aside, Mr. Brago doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brago's instructions very seriously. If you want to go back... Ah, Mr. Brago's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, it emulates the style. Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused. You see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The patriarch himself gave it to me. Yes, sir, for saving his eldest son. Man, you should have seen the size of that snake. Till next time, Red Hats.
Ich kann das knacken.
I hate that I have to be drunk to say this, but you know what? You're all the best friends I could ask for.
Why me?
Welcome to Little Vegas, friends. Care to play some blackjack? A small fee gets you a seat at the table, and wins pay even money.
Ah, das war 22, ne, oder 20.
Tough luck, friends. Play again? Just a small... As you wish.
Warte mal.
Welcome back, friends. Pay to play. Looking for one of those old Brygo classics, huh? He used to run 3-card monte back in the real Vegas. I could run that. Easy rules. Put down a small bet, and I lay down 3 cards. 2 are 10s, 1's a queen. Okie dokie. Fast money it is. Let's see here. Ah, that's a tenner. The house wins. As you wish. This table's always hot. Come back anytime.
I wish I could afford to drink like you. I'm stuck with Boar's
So
life.
gaudy.
Rangers.
So
Welcome to my
ostentatious.
Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for cigarettes. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brygo. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glory. You haven't heard the story? Hey. I'll never forget.
Ach ja, die Roboter, ja,
20
die
years ago, overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing.
Diese komischen Roboter mit dem Bildschirm.
Heroes, every one of them. Helped me. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. I'm glad you think so. You should have seen it 5 years ago. Nothing here but the walls and half of it. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot. Rangers, you're I already know Vargas died saving Arizona. He was a man of honor, who would do anything to help the people he'd sworn to protect. But now I'm glad he's dead. It would have broken his heart. Now, what can I do for you? Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and... Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came back. Deadlier than... As to why we came to Colorado? Well, we heard some rumors of the good work that... I know any attempt to recapture them. And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. Certainly. Ask away. I know Delgado, but I haven't seen him. If he came here, he didn't come to see me. What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. Good luck.
I don't know what the boss is thinking running a straight joint.
He's leaving money on the table.
Marshals would shut us down if we fixed the games.
Alcohol's nice, but it's the company that makes us all win.
Fuck! Fuck! I'm like... totally. I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe, but Boulder and his mercs took my pants and kicked me out before I could get... No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But I need that stash or I'm dead. Not my drugs. Other people's. Well, mostly. I got deliveries to make. Rhino and Focus. I owe a lot of money. I don't sell this shit and they'll kill me. In a safe? Upstairs in the private room? Here's the... Just watch out for Boulder.
Hell yeah! What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. Ha! You mean shakes? You runts are running errands for a junkie? Get out of here. We're gonna sell that shit when we sell his pants. Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige. Too late for that, ass breath. Get through.
Nobody fucks with the 168.
Das ist jetzt nicht gut. Das ist jetzt überhaupt nicht gut. Alter, was? Was passiert hier gerade? Wir werden gerade buchstäblich auseinandergenommen. Der Typ ist Level 20, der macht uns fertig. Was passiert hier gerade? Die sind alle... Der Boss von denen, der hat uns fertig gemacht. Der hat uns was fertig gemacht.
You're dead!
zum passiert hier?
I got a slug out for you, scabs.
Back off, asshole. I'm working here.
Boah, komm. Ey, bei der ist es so eine Sache, wenn die schießt, dann war's das.
He was on contract!
Was passiert hier gerade?
Back off, asshole. I'm working here.
Das kann nicht sein, aus der Entfernung mit einem Scharfschützengewehr zu verfehlen.
Need a medic.
Back off, asshole. I'm working here.
Das gibt's doch nicht. Ich verstehe das gerade nicht, überhaupt nicht. Null. Oh, das gibt's nicht. Das gibt's nicht. Moment mal.